On the 10 tonight, 2 News investigates, trying to get some answers from the very top after 2 3-year-old boys were hit and killed. Thanks for joining us for 2 News at 10 tonight. I'm Mark Cabell.
And I'm Heidi Hatch. Last night, we showed you the failures of the adult probation and parole supervision before the wreck that killed Odin Ratliff and Hunter Jackson.
Chief investigative reporter Wendy Halloran joining us again tonight now. And Wendy, no one wanted to talk to you about those failures.
Well, Mark and Heidi, for more than 2 years now, I've showed multiple issues with the adult probation and parole system. Changes were promised by both the Department of Corrections and the governor, but now no one wants to talk.
You want to keep going?
The end result is
Okay,
I held my son dead in my arms, and no parent should ever have to go through that. No one. And if there are people who are accountable, they should be held accountable.
3-year-old Odin Ratliff and 3-year-old Hunter Jackson were killed when Utah County Sheriff's officials say a car driven by Kent Cody Barlow smashed through a horse stable where they were playing in on May 2nd of last year. Barlow has a documented history with methamphetamine and was on parole at the time. My investigation found he violated the terms of his parole agreement multiple times in the weeks leading up to the crash, testing positive for methamphetamine, and he stopped going to treatment. All the while, APMP, who was in charge of his supervision, claims they didn't know either of those things. I reached out to Dan Blanchard, the director of APMP, and Brian Nilsson, the head of the Department of Corrections, and told them about the evidence I have. Both refused to speak with me. So I took these same questions to Utah Governor Spencer Cox, who is ultimately the person over the Department of Corrections, but he has declined to do another interview since 2021 when he told me this.
But if someone doesn't do their job, then bad things happen, and people have to be held accountable for that.
After 21 months of repeated denials to my requests for an interview with the governor about this, I tried to talk to him at an event where he was supposed to do interviews with the media, but instead left before anyone could get an interview with him.
I'm trying to get an interview with you. I know you have to go, but Governor Cox, please, you told me, in 2021 that you would hold APMP accountable. You said people have to do their jobs when bad things happen. You're not going to talk? Governor Cox, please.
2 little boys have lost their lives. What do you think about what I have shared with you?
I think it's absolutely deplorable.
State Representative Judy Weeks-Roner sits on the House Judiciary Committee.
Shame on us. It needs to change.
Hunter, are you having fun?
Yeah. I feel so bad for these 2 little boys' parents. It's a travesty, and we can do better.
The Utah Department of Corrections has fought us every step of the way. We obtained Barlow's supervision history last year, but the majority of it was so heavily redacted we couldn't see anything. We appealed to the State Records Committee, who ordered UDC to lift the redactions on the May 3rd entry. But the Attorney General representing UDC has appealed that ruling to District Court. Both UDC and Governor Cox said they cannot speak to me now because of that appeal. Mark?
Wendy, thank you. And if you'd like to know more about what Wendy and our 2 News investigative team uncovered about Barlow's history, head over to KUTV.com, or you can go to the 2 News mobile app. We've got it there for you. And if you have a tip you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigates@KUTV.com.